bringing you guys WPF Week 10. This week we go up against Thoro, and I believe his season hasn't gone great at all. This game has implications as to where we will be seeded for playoffs, but we guaranteed clinched them last week. So I figured, hey, why not have some fun? I looked at the matchups, and there wasn't really any teams that I particularly wanted to face, and there weren't really any teams that I particularly didn't want to face. So, like, every team in playoffs is scary. All the matchups were kind of iffy. So, yeah. As for our sets, I have already played the game. I've already seen the sets, but for you guys, I'm just going to paste it into the search bar, and we'll just go straight there. And these are the sets that were sent to me, and the sets that I copy and pasted, put right into my builder, and he used. Starting off, his team it's weird. He has a bunch of threatening things, and then I don't really know how to describe it. He has like Celesteela, he has a hail mode, he has Como. There's just like it's a bunch of stuff. But as for what we're bringing, Galarian Slowbro, which has Quick Draw, Quick Claw, Goomba gave me, and then Max HP, Max Special Attack, Force Spadaf. All the EV spreads are very meticulously crafted by Goomba, especially the Ditto spread. Shell Sidearm, Ice Beam, Fire Blast, Psychic. He actually gave me solid coverage, like Ice Beam for the Gligar. For the Tangrowth, we have Ice Beam or Fire Blast, and then Dual Stabs actually looks good. Up next, we have Big or Small Brain, the Rhyperior with the lefties. Solid Rock for the ability with 2v2 HP, 4 attack, 2v2 defense. Impish, Toxic, Protect, Smackdown, and Stomping Tantrum. And at the time, I was like, damn, I wish I had EQ. And you'll see how that goes in the battle. But Toxic, obviously, we can like proc double damage Tantrum off of like failing a double protect, off of Toxicing a Steel, I believe, will allow us to proc it. But we can also deal with Steel by smacking it down and stomping tantruming it, which is pretty nice. Up next, we've got Zarude with Fling, Thief, U-Turn, and Whip. Fling does a chunk to really everything on his team. Thief to take the item after we don't have any. U-Turn for momentum. Thankfully, he gave me a little bit of that. And then Power Whip. This set's actually fairly competent, other than like having like the Fling Thief gimmick, but that's fine. Up next, we have our Ditto, and look at that beautiful EV spread. 252 HP, 87 attack is to be transformed away, 19 defense is to be transformed away, 97 special attack is also to be transformed away, 19 Spadaf to be transformed away, and then 34 speed is to speed creep and then be transformed away. And 30 attack IVs, because why not? Up next, we've got Kecleon actually coming to the game. Protean, max HP, max attack, Force Spadaf, and we're trying to find some Ancient Power boosts. You've got Ancient Power, Flamethrower, Ice Beam, and Recover. His team is a little bit Flamethrower, Ice Beam weak. As you can see, Goomba gave it to us on this and also on the Slowbro. Yeah, but he does have a Slow King, which deals pretty well with the Fire Ice combo. So we have to like kind of play around that thing. And thankfully, Goomba gave us a couple of things to do. Play around that thing. Obviously, we have Zarude. We also have Lasagna, our Mega Scizor. Focus Energy, Sword Stance, Roost, Fury Cutter. It's a dumb set, but it actually chunks stuff. Like once Fury Cutter gets going, it's like killing Celesteals and shit. It's busted. We just gotta get lucky off of the Focus Energy critting, which I believe gives us like 50-50, and then Fury Cutter, we can start that going, SD, and then Roost. And yeah, I will see you guys in the replay. Alrighty, and at team preview, we see no Como, which is alright because we have a Ditto. I know that he wasn't taking this battle too seriously. So he's got some creative sets as well. We see his Hail Core with Mega Obama and Snow Slash, a little bit of a regen core with Slow King and Tangrowth, and then some annoying Famons, Gligar, and Celesteela. And then on my lead matchup, there was no real good leads, I'm going to be honest, so I just decided to lead them on with momentum and lead Zarude. And I think one thing that I'm going to try to do this game is maybe reference the chat a little bit, just because I remember that there were some fun reactions in there. Yeah, so exchange our good luck, have funs, you know. As I lead with the Zarude, he leads with the Obama, and I've just got to fire off a U-turn here. If I had close combat, I might have done something, but no, I just fire off a U-turn into my Scizor to try to potentially build stuff with that. I get Blizzarded. So in here, I'm pretty sure he's going to switch, so I'm just going to roost back up. He actually goes out into his Snow Slash, and I roost, and then pretty confident that I'm walled by this thing, which I kind of am. I didn't know if it was carrying anything for me, so I just decided to switch out into my Rhyperior, and here he fires off a Blizzard, revealing to be Special Life Orb Snow Slash. I just go for a Tantrum, and now here if he attacks me again, he dies effectively. So I just fired off a Protect to try to stall Hail and maybe build my Tantrum. If something like Slowking wanted to come in, I would have a 150 base power Tantrum. And I complain about Goomba not giving me Earthquake, but it doesn't really matter. He Giga Drains me. Tangrowth. I take this as a perfect opportunity to set up. He actually goes out into his Snow Slash. I fire off my Focus Energy. Now here, I fire off a Fury Cutter. Crit does 14, and I'm like, nah, I can set up a little more. He actually reveals to be counter. So Life Orb counter, kind of funny. But we roost up, predicting another counter. And now I SD, predicting potentially another counter. He actually just spikes. I go for a kill, don't quite get it. He misses Blizzard, which is nice. I was considering setting up again a little more, but I just wanted to build my Fury Cutter in case Celesteela comes in, which is exactly what happens. And like here I kind of turn off my brain. I'm like, he might not have Flamethrower, he might not have Fire Blast. I'm going to attack, see how much this does, because I wanted to be impressed. I believe 40, 80, this was like a 160 base power move, and it actually crits, and it was a 2 KO on Celesteela. He Fire Blasts me, and gets a Beast Boost into attack, which is whack. I got into my Kecleon, and then he Iron Heads me. I wanted to go for Ancient Power Boosts here, and then outspeed and kill, but what actually happens is we get flinched, and then he Acros me, and he's now at +2, so I got into my Ditto, and I wanted to see what the set was. Scare him out, really. I Autotomized, because he had Autotomized, Iron Head, Fire Blast, Acro. He actually raw lands the Fire Blast, which is fine. We are Focus Band Ditto, so we are allowed to set up here. And now we are building boosts. He goes Mega Obama. Basically, I get to kill 2 more things. So I just take my Iron Head kill, and yeah, and then Gligar comes out, I believe, which is just fucking absurd. He has D's in my face, and I'm gonna teach him a lesson. Dead. So there goes Gligar, and we get our boost. This sweeps if we didn't lose it out here, but unfortunately Hail, and at this point chat explodes. People are like, LOL. Techno just comes into the battle and he's like, what the hell happened here? And I'm just like, Goomba sets. And people are just questioning why Focus Band Ditto put in work, and I don't know either. I got into my Zarude. I figured that thing I can U-turn out of Tangrowth or whatever. I just actually raw Fling in case he might want to switch. But I don't know why he would. But I just raw Fling, and then I Thief, taking away a potential Life Orb, I think, is what I really wanted. But no. We yoink a Heat Rock. He Sludge Bombs again, takes me out. And at this point, I can go out into my G Bro and try to outspeed off of my quick draw, quick claw. He actually just raw growths in my face though, so we take that thing out with a shell side arm and knock it out. And then he goes into his slow bro, shell side arm again, and we actually get the poison first turn, which is really nice. He gets his power up punch, but getting the poison is actually really nice. Shell side arm again, so we're able to effectively clutch this out. Liquidation doesn't do really anything. Power up punch, I feel like you could have gone belly drum and had a little more fun. We get a quick claw to pop, which is funny, and then we shell side arm, and that is the game. We win 2-0 in finals, or in final week. 7-3, I believe, is where we end up on the season. So I'm really proud of that. I, going into the season, had expecting like 4-6. So cutting those losses in half is super nice. I'm very proud of what I can do this season, and I hope to do well in playoffs. Round 1, we've got a rematch versus Ghost. We hacked a little bit in regular season, getting the whip crit on Raiko, but now the only 4 members that we still have are Ditto, Kecleon. I don't think either came to the game. I don't think Ul and Mervok came to that game either, so it's just rude. But yeah, it's gonna be fun to build again for Ghost, and I mean, like, obviously, I hope that he doesn't get his run, but I know Ghost, great battler, so it's going to be a really fun game. I'm really excited for playoffs. We are now in playoffs 2 leagues at a time. Crazy. Didn't expect to make it this far in either, but we're here, so I hope to perform in those. Until next time, Jesse504, out. Peace.